and welcome to my tarot channel. Welcome to another tarot reading from me. So today's reading is going to be on who is coming towards you in love. Once again, I have chosen the crystals intuitively after I meditated upon the question and basically chose the crystals that felt right for this reading and in this particular order. So this is for those of you who would like to choose with just crystals, and my advice is that you take some time to meditate upon the question. You can address it to a higher power, whether you want to call it God or spirit or whatever you consider to be a higher power. And close your eyes, breathe deeply, exhale longer than you inhale, and then open your eyes and choose the first pile, the first crystal that stands out to you without overthinking it. If you feel drawn to more than one crystal, of course, you are free to watch 2 or all of them and take whichever messages resonate. All right, so these are your options. Pile number 1, you have this black onyx crystal. Pile number 2, you have the citrine cluster. Pile number 3, you have this blue calcite. All right. What is the right position? All right. So again, if you need more time to decide, pause the video, concentrate, and choose whichever pile stands out instinctively without overthinking it, and I will see you at your reading. All right, so this is choosing the card for each crystal. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 1, the people who chose the black onyx crystal? Who is coming towards them in love? Oops. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 1? Who is coming towards them in love? Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 2? The people who chose the citrine cluster crystal. Who is coming towards them in love? Spirit, what can you tell me about the people who chose the blue calcite crystal? Who is coming towards them in love? So let's see. Wow, pile number 1, you have the 3 of Swords. But of course, you should be thinking about the image, not the significance. Pile number 2, you have the 7 of Cups. Pile number 3, you have the 4 of Cups. So again, don't go by, the significance of the cards or anything like that. Go by the images. The images are the most important. So once again, these are your options. Pile number 1, number 2, number 3. So pile number 1, you have the black onyx crystal. Pile number 2, you have the citrine cluster crystal. Pile number 3, you have the blue calcite crystal. All right, so you can pause the video if you need more time to decide upon your pile. And once again, my recommendation is you take some deep breaths, focus upon the question at hand, maybe address it to a higher power. Exhale longer than you inhale with your eyes closed. That will help you center and, go inside yourself and be more in touch with your intuition. And then open your eyes and just choose the first pile that stands out to you without overthinking it, without over analyzing. So either the card or the crystal that stands out to you the most. And of course, if you feel drawn to more than one pile, you are free to watch 2 or even all of them and choose whichever messages resonate. So I will see you at your reading. So welcome pile number 1. This is your reading if you have chosen this black onyx crystal and or this card over here, which is the 3 of Swords, but don't go too far by significance. We'll see what the other cards have to say. All right, so this is going to be the shuffling phase, and if you don't want to sit through it, once again, I recommend that you skip forward. I will be adding timestamps. Spirit, what can you tell me about pile number 1? Who is coming towards them in love? Who is this person? This person that might want to date them or have a relationship with them. What can you tell me for pile number 1? Who is coming towards them in love? Owl magic. Choose to know the truth because you can. Open your inner vision. You can see through deception. Let the past go and make room for a better life. Rise up. Magic and wisdom are your birthright. Sea otter. Happiness. Be the master of playful living. Release expectations and enjoy every day. Let worry go and instead choose love. Surrender to the waves. Your good destiny of love is sure. Oh, I already see what the 3 of Swords is about. You are hung up on, you know, a lot of past romantic failures, I think. But let me see what the cards have to say. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 1? Who is coming towards them in love? Who is this person that is coming towards pile number 1 in love? What can you tell me about them? What kind of a person are they? What personality do they have? What are their interests? All right. So, first card, 6 of Wands, the Emperor, the 7 of Cups, the Fool, the Hermit, and the Knight of Pentacles. All right. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 1? Who is coming towards them in love? Who is this person? What characteristics do they have? What is their personality, Spirit? Help me out here. Who's coming towards pile number 1 in love? No. Spirit, help me out. Who is this person? What are their interests? What kind of a personality do they have? Wow, the 7 of Swords, the 5 of Cups, the Empress and the Emperor. Oh Lord, the Emperor again, Emperor. The 5 of Pentacles and the 10 of Wands. Wow. All right. So, pile number 1. This person that is coming towards you in love is someone who is definitely mature. For most of you, I feel like this is a person who might be, there might be an age gap between you. You know, especially if you're a woman, this might be an older man. You have also the Hermit here, which, I mean, the Hermit doesn't necessarily, I mean, yes, it is depicted as an old man, but it doesn't necessarily have to be an old man. However, there are repeated symbolisms here with, you know, you have here the old man, the Emperor, which is kind of like mature as well. The Empress is also a kind of mature energy, right? So I think for most of you, irrespective of what the person's physical age is, this is a person who is quite established, a person who is quite mature, has a certain position. This is very likely for most of you someone who is very independent. This is a person who does not easily let people in. This is why you have the Hermit. So this doesn't necessarily mean that this person is like a complete loner necessarily, but they are definitely not someone who, you know, maintains relationships just for the sake of not being alone. This is a person who's very discerning about who they allow next to them. This is also a person who has a lot of options because you have the Seven of Cups and you have the Empress. So most likely this is an above average good looking person, irrespective of gender, right? But they also, actually, speaking of gender, they also have a good balance of masculine and feminine. However, I'm sensing predominantly masculine here. So even if this is a woman, this doesn't, of course, mean that she will like necessarily act like a man or look manly. But this means a person who's very mature, who knows themselves, you know, knows their strengths and weaknesses. This is someone who has been through quite a lot, most likely, again, has achieved something in their lives, you know, because of this Emperor, Empress energy. It's interesting because you have, obviously, the first card that came out is the Three of Swords. So I think this person has been heartbroken a lot, you know, and I think this is also a person who is very clever. You know, the Seven of Swords, in worst case scenarios, can show someone who is deceptive. However, I don't think that this is deception here, considering the rest of the cards. I'm seeing someone who's just really clever because, you know, you have the Seven of Swords underneath the Six of Wands. So this is like someone who is, this strikes me as someone who has like a Rahu energy if you come from my astrology background, my astrology channel maybe, or if you know astrology. So a person who is very clever in getting results. So maybe they're someone who makes success look effortless, but they probably worked very hard for what they have. This is interesting as well. I definitely think this person has felt lonely a lot. I think also for most of you, this is a person who has spent a long period of time being alone, being celibate maybe, or single. Also, because the Five of Pentacles falls underneath the the Hermit with the number 9. I was looking at the number 9. Because it falls underneath the Hermit, this really gives me a feeling that this person has felt alone a lot, has felt not really fully supported, or maybe they don't have a lot of close relationships that they can really rely on. This could mean also that this person has experienced, you know, some financial situations in the past, like some financial crises. However, considering the Emperor that came out twice and the Empress, I don't think this person, also the Knight of Pentacles, I think this person has a pretty good financial situation right now, but I think they have gone through some hardships financially because of this Five of Pentacles. So most likely they are someone who, you know, has had to hustle, has had to go through some challenges. So not someone who was born with a silver spoon at their mouth. And, you know, this is definitely someone who has achieved things through their own efforts. That's what I'm trying to say. So because of the Empress energy, I'm seeing also, aside from the fact that this person is above average attractive and definitely attracts a lot of attention, I mean, it's doubly confirmed with the Seven of Cups and the Empress right underneath. This person has a lot of options. And aside from that, there's also a lot of nurturing energy. This person has a loving energy. They could have a strong Venus as well, because you also see the Venus here on the Empress card. So they could be someone who is, you know, is like not just above average good looking. They could also have a very good voice, a pleasant voice. Maybe they're a singer as well for some of you. But in any case, they could just have a really good speaking voice, a really attractive voice. They could also have Venusian traits like, you know, nice cheekbones, beautiful smile, plump lips, nice skin, nice hair. Those could be some qualities that they have. It's really interesting here because, like, you have the Emperor and you have the Five of Cups underneath. So this is a person who, it's really interesting. I feel like this person has actually gone through some ups and downs in life, you know, with respect to their status, with respect to their finances, because you have the Emperor and the Five of Cups. So this makes me think of, at some point in their lives, maybe they have lost a lot. Maybe they have lost their happiness, their position, you know, and eventually gained it back, because you have the Fool and you have the Emperor again. So it's like, you know, it's like it went like this, you know, up, down, and then, you know, down here, and then up again, you know. So this is a person who I think also is very independent, like I said, but they could be working on their own as well. So maybe they're self-employed, or yeah, they could be self-employed, or maybe they have their own business, you know, something like that. I don't think this is a person who, you know, is full-time, just an employee and nothing but, because I see a lot of independence and a lot of, like, you know, autonomy. And you also have Owl with magic. So I think for some of you, this person could have like a hint of, you know, the supernatural, or like they're interested maybe in the occult, or they could just be kind of like the alchemist, you know. They're someone who, it's like, they're very resourceful. They know how to land on their feet, and they always find out, yeah, they always find a solution to their problems, I think. But in any case, I also see that this person has gone through a lot, and I think they have had to endure a lot of hardships in order to achieve what they have achieved so far. And really, I see that with respect to their finances and their career, they have done it almost entirely on their own, without any help, you know. Yeah. And also, I think I mentioned this repeatedly, but I'm going to say it again. I think this person has had significant success. And also with happiness here, be the master of playful living. Yeah, I definitely see Saturnian, because usually the Emperor is kind of a Saturn energy as well. So I think this person is pretty serious, you know. So this is like a message that they could use some loosening up. But I think on the surface, they come across as pretty serious. You know, it's like they're not very happy-go-lucky or easily let go of themselves. This is the vibe that I'm getting. All right. So let me see what the astrological notes have to say. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 1? Who is coming towards them in love? Who is coming towards pile number 1 in love? Who's coming towards pile number 1 in love, Spirit? All right, that's enough. Actually, I think that's enough. Or let me take some of these as well. Spirit, who's coming towards pile number 1 in love? Who's coming towards pile number 1 in love? Who's coming towards pile number 1 in love? Yeah, all right. So let me see. Leo, the Moon, that explains Mercury. I wasn't surprised. I was actually gonna say Mercury. Why didn't I say it? I was thinking about it, but I didn't say it, because you have a lot of number 5, which is ruled by Mercury in numerology. Cancer, all right, strong Cancer energy. That explains the Empress and also the Emperor to some extent. Venus, I did say this. This is a strong confirmation. All right, let's see the nakshatras. You have Ardra nakshatra, which is in Gemini, so, and also ruled by Rahu. There's the Rahu energy. Jyeshta, so a lot of Mercury energy, but also Scorpio, all right. Swati, which is again ruled by Rahu. I did say this person could have strong Rahu energy. Yeah, Mercury again with Revati. And some Pisces energy. All right. And Anuradha Nakshatra, which again is in Scorpio. And also we have some Saturn here. So strong confirmations. Very strong confirmation. I'm no longer even surprised. Third house, very strong confirmation because again, this is Mercury energy and it's also self-employed energy. 12th house, all right. Yeah, this is like, okay, second house, good voice, could be a singer, could be working in their family business. 11th house. All right, so let me break this down because this is a lot of confirmation here. Wow, a lot of confirmation. I mean, I am never disappointed when I do these readings because it's like amazing. All right, so let me unpack here. So first of all, you have Leo and the moon, and you have Leo and Cancer, which is like the mamas and the papas, you know. It's like Leo is ruled by the sun, which is the father archetype. So you have that in the emperor to some extent. And you also have the moon and you have Cancer, which is the empress energy. So that's strong confirmation already. Like I said, this person can have a strong balance between the masculine and the feminine. So this shows that they are also pretty confident, you know, self-standing. They could be really creative. Also because you have Venus as well. So this person could actually be like someone who is maybe in the creative arts, someone who's like a singer, you know, or they have a very pleasant voice in any case, good looking, especially if this is a woman, very curvy body, if this is a man, a very sensuous appearance, you know, like they could have very pretty features. I don't know. Let me think. Loads of men have strong Venus energy. Think of Jude Law, think of even what's his name? The guy from, oh God, I forgot his name again. Oh my God. What's his name? The guy from The Last of Us. I think Pedro Pascal. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's Pedro. It's not Pablo, is it? Anyway, yeah, the guy from The Last of Us. Yeah, that's a strong Venus. You know, that's a Venusian type. So it's like, you know, a man with Venusian energy. I mean, also Alain Delon, if you know him, he was from the older generations. So yeah, a lot of men who have like strong Venus energy are just men who have like, maybe on the surface they could have some traditionally feminine features, like they could have plump lips and a nice oval face and pretty eyes and blah blah blah. But they could also have like a nice voice and they can be very creative and have nice skin and also be diplomatic and good at handling people. And right, with Mercury you have good communication, good at communicating. Also there is the reinforcement of potential age gap, but for some of you this could be younger, or for some of you this could be older. Because Mercury shows that actually irrespective of this person's age, even if this is someone who's older, this is someone who's very youthful in their attitude and their energy. So Mercury is a very kind of social butterfly sort of energy, in the sense that they're very good at communicating, they're very good at getting along with different people, they're very resourceful, they could have multiple streams of income, or it could be juggling several activities. Yeah, they also could be good with their hands, you know, like their hands, like I don't know, maybe they're good at playing an instrument or playing ping pong or something like that, or they're handy somehow. Yeah, also with Mercury, they could have greenish eyes or hazel eyes. There could be a tint of green in their eye. And their face could also be a bit of a, there's something mischievous about them. I feel like Mercury is actually a confirmation of the Seven of Swords to some extent. They could be something like a, you know, they could have dimples and they could have like kind of a, yeah, mischievous little smile, you know, something like that, you know. Think of Mickey Rourke when he was younger, something like that. And right, let's break down the nakshatras because this is really interesting. So with Ardra, already you have a lot of Gemini energy. So this person could be, like I said, they're very curious. They can probably read a lot. Like I said, they could have multiple, they could be juggling multiple activities. So maybe they have multiple streams of income, or they have a day job and a side hustle or something like that. They like to stay informed, up to date. They have a kind of, you know, Quicksilver sort of energy. With respect to professions, they could be good with animals. They could really like forests. They could like wildlife. They could like to spend time in nature. You have a lot of energy that suggests travel. With Revati especially, they really like to travel. And also Revati is ruled by Mercury as well. So yeah, I think many of them, they really like to travel. They could be coming from a foreign place because you have the 12th house, or some place that is far away from you. The 12th house, however, can also suggest working in isolation. And the 3rd house, so again, 3rd house, 12th house, and 2nd house, for some of you, this person could be like, they could have, like I said, some kind of an independent profession where they're not really answering to any direct superior. Somehow they're working on their own, and they're working mostly alone, you know, like, so they could be like a writer, because 3rd house is, you know, writing, could be publishing as well. They could be also, for some of you very specifically, they could be working in their family business with the 2nd house. But the 2nd house also has to do with cooking. So for some of you, this person could be a cook, or they could be a good cook, in any case, regardless of whether this is their profession or not. They could also be a singer, so they could have a good singing voice, like I said. The 11th house also shows this person could have a lot of friends from different walks of life. Or they could have a far reach. Like 11th house is about large audiences, so this could be someone who has strong social media following, or they are addressing an audience somehow. 11th house can also show this is an elder sibling. This is actually reinforced by Jyeshta showing up, because this is the, you know, if you come from Vedic astrology, Jyeshta is connected to being the eldest, right? It's, I think, literally translated into the eldest or most excellent. So they could be like an elder sibling, you know, meaning they have younger siblings. And with Swati, again, some of you, like, really, this person could look good on camera. So they could be like a model. They could be maybe even an actor. You know, somehow they're dealing with an audience. With Swati and Ardra, both of them, you know, there's like this theme that they might be dealing well with an audience. And there's a lot of deer energy here. Look at this, like, because you have Jyeshta and Anuradha, both of them have the deer, or the hare. Yeah, it's also sometimes associated with the hare. That's why I wrote it here. But, you know, mainly it's the deer energy. And you also have Ardra, which is about the wolf. So yeah, like I said, this person could really like wildlife. They could really like forests, you know, spending time in forests, and, you know, dealing with animals maybe. For some of you more specifically, this person could be, and also Jyeshta, sorry that I'm jumping around, but Jyeshta is a strong reinforcement of the idea that this person is self-employed and has achieved a lot through their own efforts. They could also be, they're also potentially workaholic, but they're very loyal in love with the Anuradha energy. And the Revati could be like, they like flying, or maybe for some of you more specifically, they could be something to do with flying. I don't know, like maybe they're a pilot or a flight attendant. You know, in any case, it shows that they're very lucky when they travel, and they love traveling. And they're also just very creative and very attractive. I mean, all of these energies speak of someone who's very attractive, above average attractive, I think. All right, so this is pretty much what I see for you, pile number 1, and I hope that you have enjoyed it. I definitely have strong confirmations. Clearly, Spirit has wanted you to know these messages. And yes, if you have liked it, don't forget to like my video and subscribe to my channel, and click on the notifications bell to see when I will post a new video. And also, if you're interested in a private tarot reading, check out the video description. I will leave my contact information there. and you can email me for a pricing list. And I will also leave a link to reviews that I have gotten for private readings up until this point. So if you're curious, go ahead, check it out in the video description. And also, like I said, please comment in the comment section if it resonated, what didn't, maybe ideas for future readings that you would like to see me do on this channel. I would greatly appreciate that. And also, last but not least, I also have an astrology channel, which I will be linking in the video description as well as in the pinned comment. So go ahead and check it out. If you like astrology, maybe subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you, and I hope to see you at my next reading. Bye! So, welcome pile number 2. This is your reading if you have chosen this citrine cluster crystal and or this card right here, which is the 7 of Cups. And once again, you can skip to the interpretation directly because this is the the card shuffling and selection phase, and I will be taking my time. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 2, the people who chose the citrine cluster crystal? Who is coming towards them in love? Who is coming towards them in love, Spirit? I feel a strong... Actually, no, I'm not feeling this one. I'm just going to take 2 because I took 2 for the other pile as well. So, let's see. Ooh, the Lion. Higher calling. You have within you all the courage you need. Let go of the past and reclaim your majesty. You will find success and contentment with those by your side. Make noble choices for your life and your tribe. Pronghorn action. Now is the time to act. Opportunities are here. Move forward with confidence. Your talents will always help you land on the pinnacle. Your quick wit and keen senses will lead you to success. Nice. All right, let's see. Spirit, what can you tell me from pile number 2, the people who chose the citrine cluster crystal? Who is coming towards them in love? What can you tell me about this person? What kind of a person are they? What personality do they have? What interests do they have? What are their looks? Everything. Yeah, not this one. Who is coming towards pile number 2 in love, Spirit? All right. So, the 4 of Wands. Actually, no, this is the 4 of Swords, actually. The 4 of Swords, the 4 of Cups, the 8 of Pentacles, the 5 of Wands, the World, the 9 of Pentacles. All right. Spirit, what can you tell me for our pile number 2, the people who chose the citrine cluster crystal? Who is coming towards them in love? Who is this person? What can you tell me about them? What is their personality? What careers, what interests might they have? All right. See? The Page of Swords, the King of Cups, the 8 of Cups underneath the 8 of Pentacles, the World again underneath the 5 of Wands, the Hanged Man, and the 2 of Swords. All right. So since this is a, personality description, person description, I'm not going to clarify the 2 of Swords because I understand what the 2 of Swords represents here. It represents indecision. So this person also with the Hanged Man Because the where is it? I saw the Hangman at some point. Did I not see the Hangman? Yeah, it's right here. Oh my God, right next to it. Right, so the Hanged Man and the Two of Swords show that this person is somehow in limbo. Like they might be in a place in their lives where they're really stuck. But let me look at, other things first. You have the World card twice, pile number 2. So this is a strong indication that this person could be coming from a foreign culture, foreign country, foreign land, especially since it's underneath the second World card is underneath the 5 of Wands, which actually signifies different backgrounds. So not only is this person coming from a foreign land, but I think they are from a different culture, different background, maybe a different race, maybe a different religion. Something about them is very foreign, very different. You have the 4 of Swords. Also, the 7 of Cups, which is the first card that came out for you, shows that this person has a lot of options, and you have the 4 of Swords and you have the Page of Swords underneath. So at the moment when you meet this person, this is a person who has, I think, gone through some stuff. I think this is a person who is going through a recovery process of some sort, because they have the Hanged Man and they have the two of Swords, and they have the 4 of Swords, which to me shows that they are kind of in a place of, I don't want to say limbo. I guess worst case scenario, it's limbo, meaning that they don't really know where they're going or something. But I think it's not just necessarily that. I think it's just that they have gone through a lot and they are going through a resting period, with the 4 of Swords especially. This is a person who, also with the 4 of Swords, on the surface, I think this person comes across as really quiet. They're kind of like the strong, silent type. And they are someone who maybe meditates a lot, someone who's introspective, someone who is very sensitive and intuitive, I think, as well. You also have the 8 of Pentacles and the 8 of Cups underneath. This is really interesting. And you have the 4 of Cups and the King of Cups. Yeah. This is a person who, actually, if you felt drawn to pile number 1, check it out, because there might be messages there for you as well. But sticking strictly to this reading, if you have the 4 of Cups and you have the King of Cups underneath and the 7 of Cups, this person has a lot of options. But clearly, because they have the King of Cups, this is someone who's very, very discerning, very selective about who they bond with, who they have a connection with. Because this person is very emotionally mature, very wise. Even if this is someone who's relatively young, this is a person who has a lot of emotional intelligence, strong intuition. I don't think this is someone who is naive or easily manipulated. Because there is the 8 of Pentacles, this person may have gone through some kind of significant deception or disappointment with respect to their professional life. And that has rendered them, maybe that's why there's this feeling of limbo connected to it. Like there is this feeling of they have gone through some significant setbacks in life that have made them really doubt their path, or maybe doubt the decisions they have made with respect to their career especially. However, this is also a person who actually, despite whatever may have happened, with respect to their career, they have some kind of specific skills, they have some kind of valuable skills. This shows a trained professional, someone who has reached a certain level in their career where they are respected for their knowledge, for their expertise. And it's really interesting because you have the 9 of Pentacles and then you have the 2 of Swords underneath. So I think this person has gone through some disappointment with respect to their profession, eventually has reached a position of success, I think, on their own with respect to finances, or they have become more self-motivated. as a result of disappointments in their career. Maybe they started their own business, or they started to become more self-reliant, maybe learn about investments. But I think they're still indecisive about their, like, there's still a part of them that's kind of like asking, have I done the right choice, maybe by ending a career or by choosing a different career, something like that. I think definitely this person has traveled a lot because of all this energy. So they, again, for many of you, I think this is someone coming from a foreign culture, foreign land, you know, but also this is someone who's a bit of a globetrotter, someone who has traveled a lot and has seen a lot, has dealt with people from different cultures. But I think here it is, like, I wonder, oh, another way to interpret this, like especially these 4 last cards, this person could have some kind of maybe hang-ups about your relationship at first because of a distance problem, because you have, this could also be why there is this indecision and limbo sort of energy, because you have the Hangman underneath the World card, and you have the Two of Swords underneath the Nine of Pentacles, but especially here the Hangman and the World card, right? And the World card and the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands can show potential conflict on account of people having different cultural backgrounds, or just very different backgrounds in general, which means this person could be worried, let's say, that you're not going to make it together because you're very different. That's one way to interpret it. Now, of course, how they act on that, of course, eventually, since this is a question about who's coming towards you in love, I think this person will be making eventually a move towards you, but they might still have some, you know, hang-ups. They might still have some fears about maybe this connection, especially initially, right? So with the pronghorn action again and the lion here, this is like Capricorn Leo energy, Saturn Leo, maybe Purva Bhadrapada or Dhanishta Nakshatra, maybe Kritika Nakshatra or Pushya. So this is like someone who is a strong, kind of a leader person as well, self-motivated, but like I said initially, I don't think this is immediately obvious. This person could actually be very kind of quiet on the surface. With the 8 coming up as well, there could be some Scorpio energy as well, some Saturnian energy as well with potentially Capricorn here. Yeah. So in any case, let me see what the astrological notes have to say. This is what I can see from the cards. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 2, the people who chose the citrine cluster? Who is coming towards them in love? Who is this person, Spirit? Who is coming towards them in love? Who is coming towards pile number 2 in love? All right. Spirit, who's coming towards pile number 2 in love? Help me choose the right notes. Who's coming towards pile number 2 in love? All right. Okay, let me see. You have the 7th house. You have the 6th house of service. 7th house is about one-on-one situations. 4th house, this is a confirmation of all these 4 energies, all right? This could be Cancer person, or they could be working from home. All right, let's see what we have here. Sagittarius. So that's a world card confirmation. Venus, like I said, this person has a lot of options because they're good looking. Chitra, interesting. Yeah, definitely good looking. This is a person who easily attracts attention. And Libra energy. Revati, Pisces, Globetrotter energy. Ardra, Gemini energy. Let me see. Purva Ashadha, more Sagittarius energy and more Venus energy. And Anuradha Nakshatra. All right. Which is Scorpio and Saturn, like I said. So strong confirmations here. And let me check. Let me check some stuff. So with respect to profession, since you have the 7th and the 6th house, this person, for many of you, this person could be a therapist. They could be, or any kind of therapist. They could be like psychiatrist or psychologist or physical therapist. They could be working in one-on-one situations to help people heal, you know, or they could be working with pets as well with the 6th house. There's actually a strong, because you also have Ardra energy with Ardra Nakshatra. This person could be like a veterinary doctor. They could be working with animals somehow, or animals are really important to them. You have 4th house, which I like I said, for some of you, this person could be working in real estate. For some of you, this person could be working from home. You know, and real estate can also be like restaurants, hotels, you know, that would explain why you have the World card. But, you know, nowadays could also be like maybe they're a digital nomad or something, because, you know, that it would explain working from home. You have Purva Ashadha Nakshatra, which is connected to the sea. So maybe this person lives by the sea, or they're coming from someplace, yeah, by the sea. Or maybe you're going to meet them by the sea. This could also show that this person is very drawn to water. Like maybe they like to swim a lot. They could be, again, interested in marine stuff for some of you. Again, since you have both animals and Purva Ashadha, maybe they are like a marine biologist or something. For some of you, Purva Ashadha can also be a kind of a, see, here's the thing, Purva Ashadha also shows a person who likes to argue. So they could really like debates. They could also be prone to arguing as well. That explains why you have the 5 of Wands. Like, because the 5 of Wands is about, you know, different opinions clashing. So this person likes debates in any case. So, and they're not going to like to lose an argument. So they might really like to argue. They could also have really wavy hair. Wavy, nice hair, oval face. Full lips, because you have a lot of Venus energy. Again, you have Venus here, you have Sagittarius multiple times. This person definitely likes to travel. They are well-read. Like I said, they are a globetrotter. That is repeated through nakshatras and also the cards. They can be very lucky when traveling. For some of you, this person could actually be in some kind of a profession connected to travel. Like I said, hotel is repeated twice with Revati and 4th house. But for actually, Revati is not so much about stagnant energy, because like a hotel implies that you're sitting there and working there nonstop. But Revati is more like about flying. For some of you, this person could really like to fly. This person could be into, like, maybe they're working as a pilot or a flight attendant. For some of you, they could be just in management or some kind of an administrative position, and they're very devoted and very hardworking as well. For some of you yet, this person could be working in, like, you know, anything to do with media, or working with an audience as well, because the 7th house is about an audience, working in one-on-one. But yeah, they could be working with like media, or they could be working behind the scenes with things like video production, photography, arts, any kind of arts, especially things that have to do with color. A lot of color, a lot of, you know, glamour. And this person definitely is good looking. Yeah, definitely. Because you have Venus, you have Chitra, Revati. This person could be exotic looking. They have an appearance that can really attract attention. This explains why you have the 7 of Cups here. And they're also really passionate. Yeah, really passionate. And I think on the surface, you can't really tell their energy. That you can't really tell how intense they are at first, but they have a lot of intense energy. Yeah, so this is pretty much what I can see for you, pile number 2, and I hope that you have enjoyed this, because I definitely have a lot of confirmations, a lot of strong messages. And yeah, so if you have liked it, do not forget to like the video. Please subscribe to my channel. Also, click on the notifications bell if you want to see when I will post a new tarot reading. And also, please comment in the comment section with any feedback that you would like to give, what you liked, what you didn't like. I don't know, ideas for future readings. If you have any, I would greatly appreciate it. So also, If you're interested in a private tarot reading, you can check out the video description. I will leave my contact information there, and you can email me and I will send you a pricing list. And I've also linked a link to reviews that I have gotten so far for private readings, and you can check those out as well if you're curious to see my reviews. And also, last but not least, I have an astrology channel, and I will be linking it in the video description as well as in the pinned comment, and go ahead, check it out if you're interested. Maybe subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope to see you at my next reading. Bye. So, welcome pile number 3. This is your reading if you have chosen this card over here, which is the Four of Cups, and or this blue calcite. So this is going to be the shuffling phase, and you can skip through it if you don't want to sit through it, because I will be taking my time. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 3, the people who chose the blue calcite? Spirit, who's coming towards them in love? Who is coming towards pile number 3 in love? Who's coming towards pile number 3 in love, Spirit? Help me out here. Who is coming towards pile number 3 in love? So you have Tiger, Fire. I choose to be unstoppable. My passion is my power. I am bold. I am brave. Mighty forces come to my aid. And Moose, Wisdom. Let your head and mind reach to the stars, yet keep your feet grounded on the earth. Listen to the ancient wisdom in your soul. The ancestors speak through you. You know much. So this is about the person that's coming towards you. All right, very interesting. So let's see what else. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 3, the people who have chosen the blue calcite? Who is coming towards them in love, Spirit? Spirit, who's coming towards pile number 3 in love? What can you tell me about this person? Help me out, Spirit. Who's coming towards pile number 3 in love? Tell me about this person's personality, appearance, interests, anything you can share. Who's coming towards pile number 3 in love? No. Spirit, who's coming towards pile number 3 in love? The people who chose the blue calcite. All right. The Two of Swords. The Hierophant, the Two of Wands. Oh wait, they're all upside down. The Emperor, the Sun, and the Moon. The Sun and the Moon. Wow. Very, very complex person. Spirit, who's coming? I can't. Okay, I'm not going to take these. Page of Wands and Justice, so you can remember if they come out again, it means that they were meant to be taken. Spirit, who's coming towards pile number 3 in love? Help me choose the right cards. Who is this person? What personality do they have? Help me out, Spirit. Who is pile number 3's person? The person who's coming towards them in love. What can you tell me about their personality, their interests, their careers? All right, this just fell out, the Nine of Wands. What can you tell me about pile number 3's person? Who is pile number 3's person? Who's coming towards them in love, Spirit? Help me out. Who's coming towards pile number 3 in love? All right, this one just popped out. The 9 of Pentacles, the Empress, the 6 of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, and Justice. Did you see this? This card popped out when I was shuffling and I put it back in because I wasn't sure, and then it popped out again. You see, that's definitely a message that was supposed to be here. Right, so pile number 3. Lot of powerful cards here. Like, wow, you're really going to be pursued by someone who is, I think, of high status. This is someone who is definitely a person of vision, a person who has a great deal of success. First of all, I will say, if you felt drawn to either of the previous 2 piles, check them out because there might be messages there for you, but only if you feel drawn to them, because some cards are in, you know, similar. I wonder if this person has strong Kritika energy or Bharani energy if you come from Vedic astrology background. Because you have the Sun and you have Justice here. You have, you know, number 11 and you have number 2, you have number 2 and you have the Moon. So this person could have a strong Moon energy in their horoscope, a strong Sun energy in their horoscope. That means placements in Leo or Cancer. So this person is really balanced with respect to their masculine and feminine, because you have the Empress, the Emperor, you have the Sun and the Moon, right? So this could also show that they have a good relationship with their family of origin. They could be particularly proud of their family of origin, or somehow their family of origin has been really significant. You know, it's like somehow they really care about family legacy and family ties and stuff. So irrespective of how happy their family situation was, because the Moon is very strong, I think their mother figure was particularly, you know, impactful on their lives. This person has a strong confidence. This person has authority. I think they're in a position of authority, because you see this message is repeated actually 4 times, 5 times actually, 6 times if you want to stretch it a little bit, because you have the Hierophant, the Empress, the Emperor, the Sun, and the 9 of Pentacles and the Justice card. This person could actually be a lawyer for some of you, or a lawyer or a judge, or they're in some kind of a position or career where their opinion or their decision is the final one. So they could be like in higher management, CEO, CFO, something like that. And you also have the Hierophant, which shows, and you have the 6 of Pentacles. This person is teaching. They're teaching an audience. They're sharing knowledge, right? So for some of you, this could be, for some of you, like maybe this is someone involved in some kind of religious organization. For some of you, this could be someone who has like social media following and they are very influential. And this is someone who is actually teaching. Like for some of you, this could literally be a teacher, right? Someone who is like sharing their knowledge to people who are less enlightened, helping them out. This is a person who's extremely self-motivated, a lot of Sun energy, a lot of Leo energy. They're also very, very generous. They're also well off financially because you have the 9 of Pentacles. So, and they're also very generous because they have the 6 of Pentacles and you have the Sun. So this shows that their heart chakra is very strong. You know, they like to share. They like to help others. And you have the Ace of Wands, like I said, which shows they're very self-motivated. This is also a person who's very discerning. You know, this is a person who looks at, since you have the 2 of Swords and you have the Justice, this could also be someone who has a strong Libra energy or Venus energy. You know, this is a person who likes to ponder all the pros and cons and likes to weigh things properly before making a decision. That could be some, you know, that could be one of their maybe less appealing qualities, that they might be pondering too much, or maybe they might have a slight tendency to be indecisive, because you also have the Two of Wands here, which suggests a little bit of hesitation sometimes. Or actually, this could be specifically about this connection, like they might have some hesitations at first, right? So maybe they're not going to throw themselves head first from the moment that you meet them, or from the moment they see you. It might take some time for them to, you know, warm up to the idea of pursuing you, but they're definitely going to pursue you, because, you know, that's how we ask the question, right? Who's coming towards you in love? So yeah, this person also very, very creative, because you have, again, the moon and the sun to show strong intuition and also strong creative drive, and a lot of confidence and a lot of passion, because the sun is about the heart chakra. It's about passion. It's about love. And it's also a very positive energy. So this person is someone who doesn't easily give up. They're very strong. You know, they pursue things to the end of the earth if they want something. You have a lot of number 3 as well, which is Jupiterian. Yeah, this person could care a lot about children as well. They could, I mean, I don't know if, yeah, for some of you, they could be a parent, definitely, because you have the Emperor and the Empress, so, and you have the Sun and the Moon, which are the archetypes of the mother and the father, basically repeated twice. So they could be a parent. But if they're not a parent, I think they really care about children, or they really care about education in the younger generations, and maybe they want children as well. That could be a thing. They might want to have a child with you, for some of you. You know, very, very passionate person. And I think self-employed for many of you. Either they are self-employed, or they are someone who has a senior position in an organization. You know, but I'm definitely not seeing like spring chicken energy, honestly. Like, I'm not seeing someone who's like at the beginning of their path in life, you know. I'm seeing someone who is quite experienced and has a certain position. But they're also, like I said, hesitant and defensive as well, because you have this 9 of Wands energy. So they could be like, you know, I think they're very demanding of the people around them. Yeah, so yeah, this is like a visionary person, really, because like it says here, keep your head and mind, let your head and mind reach to the stars, yet keep your feet grounded on the earth. Yeah, so this is like someone who is very much an achiever, someone who is results oriented, definitely. And I think their love language is gift giving, because you have this 6 of Pentacles especially shows a lot of like giving energy. The sun is also giving, so it's very generous, you know. It's very about sharing energy, and the moon also shows that they also have a nurturing side as well, you know. So that's why it's interesting, because they have that perfect balance between the mother and the father archetype, so which most likely shows in most cases that they have had healthy parent figures. All right, so this is what I see from the cards now. Let me check the astrological insights. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 3, the people who chose the blue calcite? Who is coming towards them in love? Who's coming towards pile number 3 in love, Spirit? Who is coming towards pile number 3 in love? Who is coming towards, all right. Who's coming towards pile number 3 in love? All right, let's see what is going on here. The 6th house, the house of service and healthcare. 12th house, this could show they're coming from a faraway land, or they're working in isolation, or more specifically, religious for some of you. It's a confirmation of the Hierophant. 10th house, they have an established position in society. Very career oriented. 5th house, this is more Leo energy, you know, heart chakra energy. So they definitely strong confirmation that some of these people are teachers. They're working with kids. They're very creative as well. 5th house is about creativity. All right, let's see what else is going on. Aquarius, interesting. So Aquarius is very much about the greater good, social causes, Venus, good-looking person. Sagittarius. Saturn, not surprised, because, you know, you have this position of authority figure, a very grounded achiever person. Rahu, which is the co-ruler of Aquarius, so that's double Aquarius energy. And Virgo, which is more kind of 6th house energy as well. You know, it's about service. And we also have 2 nakshatras here. Let's see. Uttara Ashadha, which is ruled by the sun. Very strong sun energy with this person. Also falls Sagittarius and Capricorn. And Kritika, I cannot. I did also ruled by the sun. Oh my god. Strong confirmation. I did mention initially that this person could be a Kritika. Didn't I? I think I did. Yeah, because you have a lot of fire energy here. Kritika is the star of fire. Yeah, so, let me break everything down here because you have multiple confirmations. But I'm also going to be looking at more specific messages that come only from the astrological messages. So with the 6th house and the 12th house, this person is focused towards service. They care about pets. They could be working in healthcare. For some of you, this person could be working, like I said, they could be somehow connected to religion, or they might be religious. For some of you, this person could be coming from a faraway land of foreign culture because you have Rahu, Aquarius, 12th house, Sagittarius. These are energies that show coming from a faraway land, you know. This person could be working in isolation. Did I say that? I'm not sure. Or they could be connected to travels. They could be coming from, yeah, they could be not just travels. They could be working in places of isolation, like hospitals, prisons, places of worship, retreats, anything that has to do with, you know, working alone. So yeah, this could be a thing. 10th house is also administration, but it also shows this person has a certain level of visibility in the world. So they're probably quite well known, and they probably have a status. You know, they're probably, you know, in a respectable position. 5th house, like I said, could show this person might be working with kids. Another interpretation, especially with Kritika, this is a strong confirmation that for some of you, this person could be an artist, especially something to do with theater, acting, or painting, especially. They could also very well be a cook, because Kritika is very connected to cooking. For some of you, very specific, this could be this person is interested in weapons, okay? So either they're very curious about weapons, maybe they collect weapons, especially knives and guns, or they could actually be working with weapons somehow. And also martial arts and any form of combat. That's another thing. They might have an interest in that. And also, yes, you have the goat. I just remembered now. That's why I said initially that there could be like Kritika energy. Didn't I say Kritika energy? I don't remember. If I didn't say it, I meant to say it. Like, yeah, so let me think another thing. Yeah, this person definitely, I think for some of you, this person definitely is somehow connected to a religious thing, or like a spiritual something. Maybe they're a spiritual teacher. There's some kind of a teacher, definitely, I think, because both Kritika and Uttarashadha are connected to teachings, you know, especially spiritual teachings. So, I mean, this for some very specifically could be like a priest figure, you know, especially since you also have Saturn. Saturn is basically the main signifier of organized religions, especially Abrahamic religions, because it's all about order and, you know, yeah, rules and regulations. So Saturn likes to have things that are laid out for them step by step, and yeah, order and discipline, basically. This person also very likely is more mature than you because you have Saturn. For some of you, there could be a significant age difference because you have both Rahu and Saturn. If you're curious about this, actually, you can check out my astrology channel because I have posted loads of videos there talking about age differences and how Saturn connects to that in relationships. And yeah, also with Venus, this person can have pleasant voice. They're good looking. They can have a pleasant voice. So for some of you, this could also be a singer, definitely. Also with Kritika, because Kritika is a kind of a performer energy, you know. So yeah, you could be with some, you know, this person could be a singer, or they could be some kind of a performer, someone very creative, a cook, like I said. So, or they could be interested in cooking. And yeah, with Venus, they could also just have a very pretty face, you know, traditionally good looking face, oval face, nice smile, pretty eyes, nice hair. Even if this is a man, yeah, they could have nice skin as well. And with all of this energy, actually, for most of you, this person could tend towards a darker complexion, because you have like you have Rahu, you have Saturn, you have Venus. These kind of tend towards Aquarius as well, towards a darker complexion. However, of course, it's not given, because it depends on genetics, it depends on, you know, racial background and all that stuff. Yeah, but just looking at these influences, I would say mostly it tends towards a darker complexion. Yeah, this person could also have almond-shaped eyes, and they have a strong presence, definitely. I mean, this was already indicated through the cards, but with the planets that you have here, the energies here, definitely there's a strong presence about them. Kritika especially kind of shows that. So this is kind of like a queen, king energy. I'm not surprised that you have the sun and the moon, and then you have the empress and the emperor showing up in the cards. And yeah, strong sense of justice as well. Oh, this person is really blunt in expressing themselves. They could even be borderline offensive at times, or they will just say what they mean more often than not. And they also can be very sharp-witted, and they are good at debates. And they like to be logical. They're very logical. But on the dark side, they could be prideful, and they could be self-righteous. Yeah. And also with Virgo showing up, Virgo in 6th house, this person could be, for some of you, connected to the medical field, like I said, and or they could be really health conscious, you know, like for some of you, especially with Kritika, this could be like a dietitian, a nutritionist, you know, someone who's really helping other people get their health together, you know, their lifestyle, improve their lifestyle. And this person is very independent and very non-conforming as well. It's interesting because you have Saturn and you also have Rahu in Aquarius. So it's like this person is somewhere in the middle between being very non-conformist and also being socially respectable. I think they have found some kind of a niche for themselves where they can be themselves, but they're also kind of in line with social praise and social expectations. Yeah, and there's kind of like an energy of larger than life with this person, definitely. They might be really strong achievers, or like I said, they have a strong presence. Like people just notice them when they walk into a room. Another thing that I can say, most likely this person is going to be tall, because of that Saturn energy. Not just Saturn, but Sagittarius, Aquarius as well, Rahu as well, you know. And there could be something unusual about their appearance. Either they could be wearing something that is like very culturally specific, like maybe they have tattoos, another thing for some of you, or things that have some kind of a cultural significance. Like I can think of people who wear braids, or again, if they have tattoos, there could be like some significance behind those tattoos. Makes me think of like how Maori, for instance, you know, they have tattoos that are very specific. You know what I'm talking about. So they could be like, something about their appearance is very kind of like cultural, maybe culturally appropriating, even borderline, you know, to some extent. Or they could have an interest in some kind of a foreign culture. But like I said, this could also be a person who's coming from a foreign culture, right? But something about their appearance could be particularly unusual, really eye-catching, either through their features or the way that they present themselves. All right, so this is pretty much what I can see for you, pile number 3, and I hope that you have enjoyed this, because I definitely have lots of strong confirmations. Really interesting person. I hope that you will message in the comment section when you meet this person, because, like, seriously, I am very interested. All right, and also, if you like the video, don't forget to subscribe and like and click on the notifications bell to see when I will post a new video. Also, please comment in the comment section with any feedback you would like to give, maybe ideas for future videos you would like to see me cover on this channel. Also, if you are interested in a private tarot reading, you can check out the video description. I will leave my contact information there, as well as a link to reviews that I have gotten for private tarot readings so far. So if you're curious, go ahead, check it out. And also, last but not least, I have an astrology channel, and I will be linking that in the video description as well as in the pinned comment. So go ahead and check it out. If you like astrology, maybe subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. So thank you for listening, and I hope to see you at my next tarot reading. Bye!